Hello everyone, we are Group 4 and today we will be discussing our presentation. Lesson 5, Hinduism. So our main topic for this presentation is all about Hinduism. What is Hinduism? Hinduism is actually the world's third largest religion, with mostly Indian people being followers of Hindu. Other Asian countries are actually followers of Hindu, like Nepal, Bangladesh, and Indonesia. So let us move on to the historical background of Hinduism. Hinduism is actually the oldest active religion to ever exist in the world. Hindu is a Persian word that means or translates to river. It also refers to the people that live in the Indus Valley or are known as the Indians. Hinduism is actually known as Arya Dharma or the Aryan Way. Let us go back to as early as 3000 BCE. There were already thriving civilizations in India, like Punjab city and Mohenjo-daro. Hinduism may actually originated from the customs of the people in the Indus Valley around 2500 BCE to 1500 BCE. Before northwest India was invaded by the Aryans, their customs were already too advanced or complex to understand. Eventually, northwest India was invaded by the Aryans. This is where the Aryans started to have their own set of beliefs, which they eventually mingled with the religion of the natives there. The Aryans actually brought with them their set of beliefs based on the oral texts or known as the Veda. Actually, it is quite difficult to identify whether the elements of the Veda are pre-Aryan or Aryan influence. However, these are the certain fundamental assumptions about it. Firstly, the Aryans brought with them a polytheistic religion, similar to that of other Indo-European peoples. So this means that the Aryans introduced a religion where there is a lot of gods. Some examples are the god of the sun, the god of the moon, and the god of the storms. Secondly, sacrifice was the principal form of worship to the Aryan gods. Offering to gods include animals and dairy products performed on altars in open spaces. So why do they perform these rituals in open spaces? It is because the Aryans are nomadic people. Nomadic people are the people who oftenly move from place to place. So it means that they have no permanent location to stay on. Let us now move on to sacred scriptures. The sacred scriptures of Hinduism are by way of music, recitation, dance, and drama. Sanskrit is actually the first language that they use in writing, and it is categorized into two classes, the Shruti and Smriti. Let us first start with Shruti. Shruti means or translates to that which is heard. These are the eternal truths that were passed down orally or verbally, so that's why it is essential to write them down in the present age. These are some writings that were influenced by the Shruti. These are the Samhitas, Brahmanas, Upanishads, and a few sutras. We have mentioned the Veda earlier. The Veda is actually the first or primary type of Sanskrit literature, but there is no exact date when this was created or started.
Vedas, pinakasaunang kasulatang Hindu, sinulat sa unang bahagi ng Sanskrit at naglalaman ng mga himok, filosofiya at patnubay na ritual sa mga pare at relihiyong Vedic. Mahabharata, Brahma was said to have created the Vedas. The four books composed are Mahabharata, Brahma, knowledge of traits, Samaveda, or knowledge of chants, and lastly is Atharva Veda, or knowledge given by the sage Atharva.
Hi everyone, my name is Gia Kayanan Romero from Group 4. Upanishads, forming the fourth part of the Vedas. The term Upanishads literally translates as sitting down near or sitting close to. Example of preparing to the student sitting down near the teacher while receiving spiritual knowledge. Mahabharata, the great epic of Bharata dynasty, one of the two Sanskrit epic poems of ancient India. Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, often referred to as the Gita, is a 700-verse Hindu scripture that is part of the epic Mahabharata. dated to the second half of first millennium BCE, and is the holy scripture for Hinduism. The Hindu Trinity consists of Brahma, the creator Vishnu, the preserver and Shiva, the destroyer. Most Hindus are principally devoted to the god Vishnu, the god Shiva, or the goddess.
Roots to moksha. From the Upanishads, one may find the three principal and interrelated doctrines within the Indian religion. First, every soul die and reborn anew in new form. This cycle is called samsara. Samsara ay mahalin tulad natin siya sa reincarnation. Ang reincarnation ay halimbawa ay sa makabilang buhay ka ngayon, pwede ka ulit pabuhay next life mo bilang ibang anyo o living beings. One's deed had an effect in this or a future life. Sinasabi naman dito na kung gumawa ka ngayon na mabuti, pwede to makaapekto o makatulong sa'yo next life mo. Lastly, one may escape the weird round of death and birth. Sinasabi naman dito na kung gusto mo maiwasan yung tinatawag nilang samsara, pwede mong gawin yung yoga. We have 4 different paths to moksha. The first one is Jnana Yoga, knowledge or self-study. The path to knowledge, wisdom. If one uses intelligence or intellect to reach moksha, it is called Jnana Yoga. Kung isang tao ginagamit niya yung talino niya sa mabuting paraan, siya yung deserving para sa daan na ito. Bhakti Yoga o devotion. The path of devotion, emotion, love, compassion, and serving to God and others. Bhakti comes from the root bhaj, which means to adore and worship God. Ang Bhakti Yoga ay tinatawag ding love for love's sake. Ito ay ang pagkakaisa sa pagmamahal at pakikitungo sa Panginoon. Karma Yoga or action. The path of action, service to other, mindfulness, and remembering the level of our being while fulfilling. Sinasabi dito na ang Karma Yoga ay ang pagkakaisa-isa ng mga nagawa mo, either past, future, or present. The last one is Raha Yoga or meditation. The path of meditation that directly deals with the encountering and transcending true of the mind. Raha means king or royal, referencing to the status of Raha Yoga as a royal path. Meron 3 dimension ang Raha Yoga. Ito ay ang physical, mental, at spiritual na dimensyon na makakatulong sa pagbalance at harmony ng isang tao. These are 4 desirable goals of life or purushartha. The first one is Dharma. Dharma is appropriate behavior. The second one is Artha. Artha is the pursuit of legitimate worldly successful. The third one is Kama. Kama is the pursuit of legitimate pleasure, and the last one is moksha. Moksha is release from rebirth. Worship and observance. Hindu scriptures state that here are 330 million gods or devas. This included manifestation of natural phenomena, evil forces, and even illness. Sinasabi dito na meron daw 330 million na Diyos o devas. Kabila na rin dito ang phenomena na lakas ng masamang persa o at ng mga masakit. Hindus celebrate a number of festivals that are based on the Hindu calendar and often related to a seasonal changes. Main festival included Holy Diwali and Dasera. Ang Diwali o Festival of Light ang pinakamalaki at pinakaimportanteng pagdiriwang na ginaganap sa India. Ginaganap to taon-taon tuwing November or October. Ito ay pwede rin natin mahiling tulad sa Christmas nating mga Kristiyano. These are many colorful procession and performances, harvest and deity festival, marked by colorful procession and performances. Sinasabi naman dito na meron ding mga prosesyon o pagtatanghal para sa mga diwata sa India. Subdivisions. Followers of Hinduism vary in their set of beliefs and practices, including the reverence of a particular god. Presently, there are 4 principal denominations within the Hindu faith. The first one is Shaivism. Lord Shiva, the compassionate one, is God for the Saivids. Followers of Saivism value self-discipline and philosophy. They worship in temples and practices yoga. Si Lord Shiva daw yung pinakamahabaging Diyos sa Saivids, tagasunod ng Shaivism at nagpapahalaga sa sariling disiplina. Pinagsasamba rin sila sa mga templo at nagsasanay ng yoga. Shaktism. The goddess Shakti is supreme from Shaktas. She is the divine mother and assumes many forms be in a gentle one or a fierce. Si goddess Shakti daw yung pinaka mataas na Shaktas. Siya din yung tinatawag nating divine mother. Siya yung tinatawag na divine mother. At meron siyang iba't ibang anyo.
Vaishnavism. Lord Vishnu is the god of Vaishnavites. Lord Vishnu, also known as the Preserver. Vaishnavism, Lord Vishnu is a supreme being who protects, creates, and transforms the universe. Vaishnavites are Hindus who follow Vishnu and want to show Vishnu that he is the most special deity being. They focus their worship on 10 reincarnations of Vishnu, which includes Rama and Krishna. Smartism is a sect of Hinduism that allows its followers to worship more than one god. Like in Shaivism and Vaishnavism, in which only Shaiva and Lord Vishnu is worshipped. In Smartism, it allows its followers na manampalataya sa isa o masigit pa na mga god. Smartists give preference to one deity above the others. And Shiva is the most favored among them all today. But they pay allegiance in their worship to the 5 major gods, in which is Shiva, Vishnu, Shakti, Surya, and Ganesha. 80% of Indian people are Hindus, and all Indians are allowed to follow and propagate their own beliefs. Issues and challenges. India is a secular state that remains neutral in issues involving religious conviction and practices of its incentive. Hinduism and women. The Vedas hold women in high esteem and address them as Dharma or Patni. Dharma or Patni, who promotes and preserves rightful conduct of life. Women's roles has been seen as supporting family life, including playing an important role in the religious activities of the family. Caste system. Caste system is composed of Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Yaishas, and Shudras. One person belongs to a caste by being born to parents in that particular caste. In caste system, for example, if you're born Muslim, you only belong to a Muslim religion.